Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Friday, the end of another week. It's the 2nd of September. We've got new mods, very early mods today. I'm hoping no more drop later on, otherwise this could be a problem. And we've got a couple of updates. The Agromash PJM234 by Bartson V3 and the Kroger Agroliner pack by HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau have had updates. Unfortunately, there was no mod review yesterday. If you don't follow me on Facebook or on Twitter, I did post. I'm suffering from a bit of concussion after, well, I won't go into details, but I brained myself, and the lump on my head, just putting my headphones on today really hurts. But anyway, I'm okay today to do the mod review. So first up, we've got the system hall. This is by user555, 17.98 megabytes, 12 slots on console. You'll find it in the build mode and sheds, and it's 150,000 to buy. It's a cavern of a building. We've got small doors that open front and side. It has got 4 doors, 3 down that side, 1 on this side. If we open up that one as well. Oh, maybe we don't do that from the inside. Oh, that could be what the side doors are for. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Oh, cool. Lighting, turn off shed lights or on. Strip light there and lights across the top. So whatever you want to store in here, you absolutely can. At the end, you've got 3 bays for putting crops if you want to, or if you just want to separate out your tractors because they're arguing or something. It's entirely up to you. You can do that with the 3 doors here that open from the inside, and these ones aren't going to open from the inside. Oh, there we go. That's weird. It's just offset slightly. It's not a switch or anything, but it's just slightly offset. Anyway, yeah, really nicely made, nicely detailed. Big old building. 150 grand. Build mode sheds by user 555. Awesome. Next, this is a frustrating one for me because I really like it, but there's a downside. Only a small one. This is a house in the shed by Oito. 11.14 megabytes download. Wait for it. 78 slots. But I still really like it. There's 55,000 to buy. You'll find it under build modes, and this one's under farmhouses because it's got a sleep trigger in it. So it is a house in the shed. Is literally exactly what it is. But the detail on it and the features with it, with the side carport on there, side door, big old sliding door, and the detail on it is amazing. Sounds like a sliding door. Loads of room inside. Got space underneath there, although this hasn't got a workshop trigger, but I suppose I don't know if you better get one inside here or not. Lights, very bright lights in the main area. Now if we go up the stairs, we've got our living quarters. Everything a growing boy or girl could need. Wardrobe, just have a holdall just there. Kitchen, plenty of sweet treats, muffins, cakes, bread. That looks like flapjack. Or chipboard blocks, I'm not can't tell. Little OSB blocks. Arcade machine and sleep trigger. Now, I will say this, there was a basketball there. So I grabbed the basketball and threw it out over there, thinking it'd be hilarious to watch it bounce around, and it disappeared through the floor. I don't know where it went. Just completely vanished. But I like the idea of it. It kind of all built into one. I like the design. It's just, yeah, just the slot counts up there, isn't it? 78. It's a bit of a monster. But there you go. That's the house in the shed by Oito. Next. We've got this. We've had various iterations of this on previous versions of the game before. This is the Lemken Gigant 12. It's by Mixter07, 13 slots, 16 meters wide, 400 horsepower required to pull it. I think this is slightly bigger than all of the base game disc harrows, I think, which is where you'll find it. Under tools, I was there already. Under disc harrows, what have we got? What's the largest one? The Terragist 12.6, 12.2. Yeah, that one's 14.5. So yeah, 16, 12.5. Yeah, 16 meters. So 108,000, 112,000, 121,000 to buy. Slot count will come down to 1. 10 miles an hour it will run at. We get the option of Trelleborg, Bigetti, Vredestein, Michelin, Nokian. On the ones where you have got an option, you've got a standard and a standard 2. on each of the ones there. I think it's every other one, I think. Oh no, it's got a standard and a standard 2, just changes the tread a little bit. Additional extinguisher, puts an extinguisher down there on the front bars. Hub colour, we've got a choice of Lemken blue or special blue, slightly more metallic-y, satiny. Then we've got main colour, same thing, Lemken blue or special blue, but it leaves the discs in the original blue. Then we've got rim colour, we've got a silver, which I think I went for, or a black. And there's license plate option 2. So let's open this up, see what the animation's like. I haven't opened it yet. Very cool. That satiny colour, once it's unfolded, really comes out. That's nice. It is a shallow cultivator, as you can see. 16 metres wide. Lovely bit of kit, that. Very cool. Right, what we'll do, let's fold it back up again. Just watch that fold. Love the sounds, love the movement, very cool. There we go. The Lemken Gigant 12 by Mixter07. Next we've got this. This is the Lizard ASHP 11 by FBR Modding and Eid, I think it is. -2 slots, so two slots, 3 meters wide. There's no options on it. You'll find it under subsoilers. It's 3 meters wide, 8,600 to buy. So under subsoilers, like I say, no options. You get it just like that. Now, subsoilers can be tricky little beasts. They can either give you a they can give you a ploughed state with a cultivated look, or you can get a ploughed state and ploughed look. So let's see what this one's going to give us. That's an interesting one as well. Bearing in mind that that's subsoiling, because it's under subsoilers, we're getting a shallow cultivated state, which I haven't come across before. You either get the cultivated state that's going to bring up, well, it will bring up large stones because it's subsoiling, but it will either look like it's ploughed or cultivated. I mean, that is cultivated technically, but that's shallow cultivation. That's curious, but anyway. Yeah, 3 meters wide. Now I'm just panicking, the next one's going to do the same thing. It shouldn't do. So, that's the Lizard ASHP 11 by FBR Modding and Eid. Next we've got the case IH14. There are 2 of these in this pack. 4.05, did I say what that was? That was 1.8 megabytes. Hope I didn't forget. Let's look up to this one. So, the case IH14, 4.05 megabytes download. There are 2 in this pack. 2 slots for the 180 horsepower required 3 meter wide one. Then 3 slots for the 245 horsepower required 5.3 meter. We've got the 5.3 meter here. This by Exoblode Modding. You'll find these. I'm going to show these because these have got some options. I think I've got some options. Yeah, they have. Of course they have. So that one there, 180 horsepower, 3 meters wide. You can have red frame color, yellow frame color, and then we can change the decals. You've got standard, 2, 3, or back again, which is the same on that one. They're both 10,000. I guess it depends what horsepower you've got. If you've got enough horsepower, you might as well go for the 5.3, I guess, but it's entirely your choice, obviously. And the options are exactly the same on that one. Red frame colour, yellow frame colour, and then the decal options too. So, let's drop that down and see what we get with this one. There we go. So we're getting a ploughed state and a ploughed look from this subsoiler. .3 meters wide. Very nice indeed. The case IH14 by Exoblode Modding. Next, we have got this. This is the Randon Dolly. This is by Erik, Isac, Agro Mods. 9.59 megabytes download and 8 slots on console. There's quite a few different options with paint schemes on this as well, and tyres, or well, wheels actually, but the wheels, it doesn't actually show you. You'll see what I mean in just a second. You'll find it under Dolly's, the one in the middle there. 15 grand slot count will come down to 1. So if we look at the middle, top says wheel brand, but it doesn't actually say what the wheel brand is. But we'll scroll through. Then we go to we're back to someone again. Is that all of them? Pretty sure it is. Then we got option of Continental tyre, Cross-Track HD3, Cross-Track HD32. It's hard to see them under the mud guards. And then if we go through till we get to one that says standard, if you have standard like that, or then you go to the Continental tyre, then the Cross-Tracks. Wheel design, we have no. Hubcaps, hubcap and air, or off. Arching, yes or no. Then on the back, you've got R-line lights, or you've got, R-line lights or new R. Attacher type, this is the front. You've got spherical, then spherical 2, which drops the hitch down, or you can go with a fifth wheel attacher, which is something a bit different as well. Fender colour, now this is where things get a bit more interesting. Let's go for a colour that sort of stands out, I don't know, yellow, shall we? It runs through a whole different load of options that sort of slightly brighter, slightly more metallic. Then we go to one there that's a kind of coppery, then one that's galvanized, so it's the yellow but galvanized. Have a plate, there's a whole load to choose from on there. Same with the rim color. Again, it starts with the metal, but you can go through, there's galvanized ones and all sorts. You can mix and match, and then there's a license plate option on there as well. The reason I've got it this way round, it works like a regular dolly. It's just the lights. I thought the lights were really cool on this. The reverse lights in there as well. I mean, other than that, it works like a regular dolly. We do have the lift axle, so the front axle can lower. Let's turn it so we can see a little better. There we go. L1X. Depending on what you're putting behind, if it's rather weighty, you might want that down. Well, there you go. That's it. That's the Randon Dolly by where's it on my list? By Erik, Isac, and Agro mods. Lights off. Moving on. We've got this. This is the Lizard of Brazil by Conta Comigo modding. This is 16.29 megabytes download and 12 slots on console. Nice little pickup. Does have straps in the back. The the rear tailgate does come down. There's a few different options on there. Brazil sticker, and there's another sticker on the side in the back. This you'll find under vehicles and cars. 55 grand, 200 horsepower. Slot count comes down to 1. That's how it comes standard with Continentals, or you can have the Michelins. I think I went for the Michelins. Now weirdly, under Continental you've got option 1 and 3 for the rims, but under Michelin's you've got option 2 and 4. So they're split between the two tyre manufacturers, the various different options, but those are your options, for, I say, for tyres for the wheels. We've then got design, sticker 1, sticker 2, sticker 3, standard, attacher, nothing, or a rear hitch, main colour, anything on that palette. So if I mix that with one of the stickers, whichever one it might be, and then license plate option on there as well. Let's hop in, start it up. Unfold the car, straps. Then we've got L1 and right stick up and down does that door. R1, right stick up and down, side to side, sorry, does that door. As you might imagine. There's your horn, lights. It's no reverse siren or warning or anything like that. Yeah. Just a nice little pickup. Batting around, especially if you're doing a South American map, it fits really nicely. Interior. Nice and tidy, visibility's good. There you have it. The Lizard Brazil by Conta, Comigo modding. Stop there. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for today, I think. And the last of the mods, I assume, for the week, unless we get any more that pop up on a Saturday, which sometimes happens. We've got this, the Pack New Holland TX590, TC490, TC590. It's by Agro Tonho, 28.83 megabytes download. We've got 3 harvesters in this pack, the TC490, the TC590. I know when on the actual mods hub, that's the order it's in. TX starts with the TX590, but then when you go into the mod hub or into the store menu, it's the TC490, the TC590, then the TX590. It also comes with the Superflex 20F header. I don't think there's a header trailer with it. I have to double check that. They're very nicely made. The bigger differences between the TC490 and 590 with capacity. The TC490 has got a 6,050 litre tank. The TC590 has got a 7,750 litre tank. 223 horsepower, 272 horsepower. The difference between these two, the TC590 and the TX590, is negligible. It's going to be some minor detailing because the horsepower is the same, the tank capacity is the same. Difference is that's 15 grand more. But there's a few styling things. Obviously, that's a newer model, that kind of thing. But if you try and save money, that one you're going to get more bang for your buck, I guess. If you look at it like that, we'll start off looking at the harvesters themselves. So, the TC490 is 120,500 base model. Like I said, 223 horsepower, 6,050 litre tank. We've got Continental, Michelin, Trelleborg, Vredestein, Lizard and back. Under these, now all of these have got the same options, I think. And then all 3 harvesters have the same options. So I won't go through the tyre options again, but we've got wide and weights, transport tyres with weights, twins with weights, crawler track with weights, back to wides again. Then you've got windows, design 1, design 2, 3, 4, it's just the tint. Additional monitor inside, you can have another monitor in there, yes or no. I don't think I did on any of them. Then rim colour, you've got white or black. And a license plate option on there as well. So that's the TC490. The 590, as I said, I'm just going to double check. It's the same tyre manufacturers. Was Mitas added in on this one? But again, wide and weights, transport and weight, twins and weights, crawler track, yeah, pretty sure. Same thing with the tint, same thing with the monitor, same thing with the rim colour. Differences with this one, 272 horsepower, 7,750 litre tank. And then if we move on to the TX590, like I say, it's a more modern design. You've got the decal down the side of it. A bit more jazzed up, but it's the same horsepower, same tank capacity, same options on the tyres. Let's go back to there. Which is Trelleborg, Vredestein, Lizard. Yeah, the Lizard ones are rice tyres of all of them. The rest of them, I think, they're standard tyres, whatever a standard tyre is. But the Lizard ones are rice tyres. In whichever configuration you go for. And the same thing, additional monitor, window tint, rim colour, license plate. If we come out of there and we go to headers. Out on the end, the Superflex 20F, 34 grand for a 6 metre header. Slot count on that is 8, and that comes down to 1. No options available, you just get the header like that. What I will do is just double check under header trailers, just to make sure. I don't think there is one that comes with that, no. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter which one we jump into. We'll jump into, actually, we'll do the middle one, only because the header's in front of it. Now, unlike normal, where you open the harvester up, we can do pipe out, beacon on the top, lights on the back. Let's hook the header up. Obviously this is the tracked one I've got. Well, let's see. I'm not sure if anything actually happens here. Enable straw swath. Don't there's an animation, so we've got enable and disable straw swath. Nothing changes with regard to animation there. However, we do have a few options now. I've got to remember which ones do which. Under R1, we've got right stick, up and down, and side to side. So side to side does that. So for opening the harvester, you do it manually. I think you can still harvest if it's not, but R1 right stick, it depends obviously if you're on Xbox or PC, but on PlayStation, if you get your help menu open, it will tell you what your options are for your controls. And then up and down. Oh, there, did the steering wheel. So just inside there, you can adjust the steering wheel forwards or backwards. Under L1, that's for the header, got the header attached. L1, R1, left stick side to side does the door. And right stick up and down does the ladder. So all those things are manual adjustable for you to have a bit of a fiddle around with. But the other thing as well, I'm just going to lower the header, because the other thing I want to show you is it's an animation. I might do another harvesters. I've never really noticed it before. If I turn the engine off, when you do the startup on this, he leans over to do the startup. So start it up. That's cool. It doesn't do it inside. I just thought that's quite a cool little animation in there. Interior, nice and tidy. Now all three harvesters have those same options: opening and closing the door, opening and closing the top, steering wheel movement, and the ladder up and down. Depends which one you go for. I'm just going to whiz out. Let's get this to just harvest something. I don't always show it when I'm doing mod reviews. Often when I've got a lot of mods to do, I don't have a lot of time to sort of fit it all in. But I thought actually let's go sideways on this. It'll be a bit easier to see. As soon as this comes, as well as the fact sometimes I don't do it if the harvester doesn't come with a header, but this one does. So I am harvesting, although I haven't got that top open. That's something I wanted to check as well. There we go. Nice pack of harvesters. The pack new Holland TX590, TC490, TC590 by Agro, Tonho. And that's it for the mods for today. Hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.